Blessed afternoon, collective. It's a rainy day. I was gonna pull on the divine masculine yesterday, and I didn't. I did the Venus moving into Taurus and all of that business, so I want to pull on them today. And it occurred to me that I don't care about the runners. I care in as far as we're all a part of this. We're a part of this cycle. We're a part of broader collective. We are all the same self, ultimately. But I'm not worried. And I just don't care. Whatever happens. It is for the greatest good. I trust that. I just really don't give a damn beyond that point. But it occurred to me that in my focus on applying the message to broader collective, to the greater ascension of all humanity by the union of masculine and feminine within, and how that applies specifically to the divine feminine as well. I kind of left them out a little bit in yesterday's reading. The communication is strongly aspected, is all I'm trying to say. That was basically the surface energy of the entire reading. It was so surface that I just didn't even look at it. But basically the connection is lit. The choice is the Lover's card. I'm remembering the first card and the last card being the Lovers and the Six of Wands. I mean, that says it all. The choice has been made by the universe. As far as the universe is concerned, and Steve's Love Tarot has mentioned this also, the conversation's already happened. It's taken place. That energy is done, moved on. It's 15 miles down the road. It's already a done deal. Yeah, signed, sealed, delivered. It's been aspected this way for a significant period of time. And that's why the pressure is increasing. Because their soul has already decided, yeah, boom, done. In the 5D, whatever you want to refer to it as, energetically, this has already taken place. So it's just this continued living out of sync with their own energy, out of sync with their own self, out of sync with what's already actually happened, which is kind of wild. But that's what it is. That's why the pressure keeps increasing, why it's going to keep coming back around and around and around, because there's just no other choice. The choice has been made. It's been made by them. It's been made by their soul. There's a lot of angst over that, and I can feel it. There's angst, there's anxiety, there's stress, and I don't care. I'm not worried about it. It's what it is. There's a reason for that. When you go against your own energy, it feels shitty. The whole purpose of learning all of this is that you see through the fear and recognize I'm just torturing myself by resisting this. And so let me just lean into the thing I'm afraid of and find some relief by releasing, by telling the truth, by expressing my emotions, by opening up fully, being vulnerable. There I discover the outcome never mattered anyway. It was all just about me being honest with myself, following my own energy. That brings things back to balance in me, and that feels good, and we're all good. But anyway, I'm going to pull on the divine masculine today. This is specifically for them, in regards to them. And oh yeah, they get the animal deck. The animals want to talk, which means they got something to say. There's something to be said. They got something to say. It's judgment. Yeah, it's judgment time. Oh, it's the light bulb going off. It is just a desire to escape. Again, the soul has already moved. The judgment's already passed. We've done this. What's poking off the end here? 9 of Cups. Yeah, we know exactly where the soul has flown to. It balances itself. It's following the good feeling impulse. It's just the 3D, the mind, the masculine aspect, the ego, that's dragging its feet on this. That is resisting its own ascension evolution, growth, and its own happiness. It's fighting what it actually wants. There's a reason that I'm not terribly keen on swimming in this energy, because it's fairly painful. It is excruciating and it's frustrating. I'm not gonna lie. But it is what it is. Yeah, judgment, crossed by the Six of Cups. It is known. This soul connection is where it's at. It's just go towards the soul connection. The soul is lit, it's deep, it's feeling this in a big way. It's wanting to revive this, wanting to resurrect this, seeing and feeling and knowing that it's got its roots dug in. It's dug in. It's rooted energy. It's burning so deeply within them that it's something that will never go away, ever. I mean that. And they're starting to realize that this isn't going to change, ever. It's in the soul. And the soul is screaming, go, motherfucker! Fucking go. What's underneath that? Yeah! Towards the Queen of Pentacles, towards the Empress energy. Thirsty little fawn needs some milk. You got what they need. You got it all. Empress energy. It's rising in them and it's driving them to this as well. What's underneath that? The Hanged Man. Yeah, exactly. Time. Oh my God. Time to move. Been looking at this long enough. Long enough to realize now, yes, this is what is wanted. And it's the only solution. It's the only way. It's the only way to find relief. The only way this fawn is going to get the nourishment it needs is to go back to mama. The only way to complete this circuit, to complete the karmic cycle that their soul has already agreed upon and has completed energetically, the only way is for some 3D person, for the masculine aspect of themselves, to follow suit, to follow where their own energy has flowed. It's time to fucking move, and it's lit. Yeah, new love. There's an apology in here as well, big time. It's a little bit of the soul demanding an apology from the rest of itself, from the ego of just, why are you denying yourself pleasure, happiness, that which is deserved, your destiny, your birthright? And then, yeah, just realizing that. And there's fear. They're so scared, so nervous, but they cannot look away. They can't deny. Empress energy right now, especially with all the aspect, everything that's happening, it's super hot. It's lit, it's magnified, it's magnetized. They can't look away. They know exactly what they want to do. They know there's only one way to alleviate this, and that's to come in. Yeah, fucking, and there's the defensiveness against it. They know they're gonna have to drop the guard, and that makes them coil up a little bit more. But the more they do that, the more this hurts. The more this judgment energy pushes through and is just ripping this snake apart. I mean, it's just so painful. It is like they're in a Chinese finger trap, And the only way, this is true of all emotion, the only way out is in, is through. The only way out of fear is through it, is to lean into it. They just keep pulling. They just keep fucking pulling. Even though they know if they just released, if they just went towards it, if they gave in, that would be the answer. That would be the solution. That would provide relief. There's some twisted pride and ego will do this in the suffering, in the resistance to it. It's the deck is splitting itself. What's it splitting on? Five of Pentacles. Yeah, there's just this training. It's core programming. It's being accustomed to leave the soul out, to leave the good feeling out, to avoid it like the plague. If there is passion to be found, Knight of Wands on the top, If it's honest, if it's real, it's bad. It's danger. It's a threat in some capacity. It could hurt you. It somehow rocks the boat, and therefore it's bad. It's bad. Yeah, other people will look down upon you. Other people will feel whatever kind of way. Fuck other people. You have no control over what anyone else feels. Stop trying to control what other people feel and do what feels good to you. Stop hurting yourself for fear of hurting other people. Stop disappointing yourself. That's just manipulation. It is. That is just a form of narcissism. It is fear-based, ego-based, a control mechanism. It is not how we operate as divine deliberate creators. Everybody owns their own energy and emotion. That is not your domain, divine masculine. Own your own domain, your own kingdom. You make yourself feel. Nobody makes you feel. You don't make anybody else feel. Whatever they feel is totally up to them, and it's allowed. No control over that. So surrender that control. Follow your feeling, your good feeling, regardless of how it is received or reacted to by anyone else ever. Stop leaving yourself out in the cold. Oh my gosh, it's painful. Okay. Why am I here? I got cards jumping out, but I'm still going. Why am I here? The Hermit and the King of Wands. Exactly what I just said. Stop letting the ego override the soul. It's never going to work. The divine masculines in these connections are old souls. They will not be satisfied with anything less than fulfilling the purpose that they set forth to fulfill in this incarnation. That's it. That's just what it is. It is time for the Burger King to step down from the throne. To recognize having it his way really ain't all that great. It doesn't taste that good. Doesn't feel that good. Maybe somebody else can make a burger a little bit better, Burger King. Maybe they can. Maybe it's worth letting that happen, inviting that pleasure into your life. Why am I here? I'm pulling on the divine masculine presently. Oh, shit. Yeah, 9 wands. It's exhausting. The boundary is always the burden. It is exhausting keeping up this front, this facade, putting up this fight against their own desire, their own soul. You're not gonna win. You cannot win against Mother Nature, against yourself. You're fighting yourself. Yourself, your higher self, is gonna win. Infinite, abundant intelligence, all the resources, what you actually want, driving you towards that. Number one, why are you fighting? Number two, you're not gonna win. The universe is patient. The universe has waited millennia for this time to arrive when all of the conditions were exactly right, for this energy to align in precisely the right way. It's not gonna stop. It is not. These cycles keep coming back around. You can't fight Mother Nature. What's underneath that? Yeah. What did I just say? The cycles keep coming back around. This choice keeps being presented, and there's only one. They just keep avoiding making the choice and saying, well, I'm going to make this other choice. They're not actually making another choice. They're just not making the choice that's already been made by their soul. They're just putting it off. Again, the appointment has already been scheduled. And as far as the universe is concerned, it's happened. It has already happened. It's time. It's been time. It is time for this change, for this transformation. Something about fragility here, the fragile ego that is just so afraid of itself. I'm gonna cut the cards. Deep breaths, Allie. Deep breaths. Yeah. It's time to give to this. The thing that they've been given to, feeding into, is dead. It's not producing fruit. It's like they've been watering a plant that is just all shriveled up, clearly not alive. Nothing's happening. It's just falling apart more and more. It's all desiccated and crumbly, and they keep watering it, going, maybe if I water it a little more, it'll come back to life. Nope. It's dead. It's dead so that something new can take its place. The ego is not serving itself, and it knows that. It knows. It's self-sabotaging. It knows it's working against itself. It's not even satisfied with it. It's just afraid of trying something else. Yeah, but it's already decided. The intention has already been set. Again, it's already happened. They've already moved on. Energetically. At the soul level. It's just the fucking 3D. The masculine is just the ego that is insisting on beating this dead horse. It is just, it's masochistic at this point. It really is. And it's core programming. It is a part of that programmed desire to suffer. This belief that suffering is somehow good or noble or the right thing to do. It's a load of shit. That is just a control mechanism. That's it. Guilt, shame, fear, suffering, all just a fear-based, ego-based, shadow-based mechanism of control. We're done with that. We are so done with that. Let's pull the reading. Oh. Fuck, I can't even shuffle the cards. They're just falling. They want out so bad. You want to know how bad? They know they want out. These are the cards that fell out. I'm taking this separate from the reading, by the way. But it's new love. They want out. The soul knows. It's known for a long time. There's only one way to move. The perspective is clear. They know they've been sitting on this. They know there's only one option. What is that option? Other than, moving towards new love? It's walking away from the old. It's leaving the broken cups behind. They know these cups are broken. In the animal deck, they are clearly fucking busted. There is no denying it. There's no denying it. Again, the ego, the self, the soul, the whole being knows what they want. And it's this tone. There's a reason I have this edge to my voice, because that's what the soul sounds like. It is screaming at them. What are you doing? You're not happy here. You know what would make you happy. Why are you not going towards it? Oh, no. There's no excuse. It's only fear that keeps us in this. And fear is not a reason for anything. Fear should not be your reason to do or not do anything. Doesn't matter what it is. Jiminy fucking Christmas. Okay. Yeah, I'm leaving these out. They're just going to accompany the reading. Out of curiosity, what's under that Eight of Cups? They get so close. They go in this circle of, yeah, I'm gonna do it. I know. I see clearly. I know what I want. I deserve this. I'm gonna walk away. And then they get right up to the point of doing it, and they pull back. Ego goes, no, I don't know. It's scary. I don't know. Right to the edge of that cliff, about to take the leap, and they know they want to. They've talked themselves up into it, and then they get right there, and no. Too scary. See why this is so frustrating to pull on. Oh, okay. What's in the brain? The way they're perceiving the connection right now. They're afraid. They know they want it, everything I just said. Page of Swords. There is so much disappointment here. It is visceral. Disappointed in themselves, knowing exactly what they want to do, and they're afraid. They feel small. They don't feel capable of it. they keep sort of resigning to this, well, I'll just keep drinking out of the broken cups and maybe that's fine. And then they hate themselves for drinking out of the broken cups. There's a lot of self-loathing here. I have a headache now. I'm not trying to pick on these people. Look, I get it. But you got it. This is the whole point, to see through the illusion, to see how much suffering we cause ourselves by withholding our own energy, by repressing our own desires and emotions. It is not serving anyone. It is not serving the self, you or any other, which is all the same self, but we're not even going to get into that. It's just, they know exactly what they want. Nothing compares to this connection. It's everything. But they feel small. They're very disappointed in themselves and their own behavior in all of this. You just change. Every moment you have the opportunity. Every moment is new. First of all, Source is not judging anybody. Source is never judging anyone. Source isn't mad at you, Divine Masculine. Source loves you. Source just wants you to follow your own good feeling. That's it. Not mad that you're not. Every new moment is new, is unattached to the past or the present. Those things don't exist. There is only the now. The past or the future, pardon me. Only the present exists. You just choose in this moment. Now I'm going to do it. It's going to be now. And then you follow through with it. You follow through with your own. You follow your own energy. You just don't second guess yourself. You trust. You surrender. You go, I know it's scary, but I've made this decision. It's what I want. And what feels good is to follow through on my own decision. Is to follow my own energy. The rest, whatever happens, happens. That's okay. But I gotta follow my heart. Just follow your heart. Nothing else feels good. It just doesn't. What's in the 3D? Yeah, it's exhausting. 9 of Wands. Again, exhausting to keep this up. They are so tired of fighting against themselves. The wall is crumbling. I mean, it just is. They keep trying to rebuild it, and it's not working. They can't rebuild it fast enough. It's just falling apart. Somebody is falling apart, and I mean that literally. There is just emotional meltdown. I felt it earlier as like a tantrum, like a child who has been awake for too long and they really need to sleep and they really want to sleep, but they keep fighting it. And so it's just this meltdown. It is a meltdown. There's an immaturity here. Again, I don't mean that as a dig. It's just, we come to this point where we have to realize how much we are torturing ourselves. That it's silly. It's just silly. It's absurd to be so afraid of anything. First of all, there is nothing to fear in all the universe. Everything is secure, safe, stable, to your benefit. There is no risk, no danger in anything that exists. Recognize fear is not doing anything for you. It's just exhausting. It's just being so balled up in resistance. We have the choice. We have the power at any given moment to let that shit go. And say, man, yeah, I just gotta do this. I gotta unburden myself for myself. Nothing else feels good. What's in the soul? 10 of Cups. They wish. It's a wishing energy. If I wish I could do this, I wish I had the strength to do this. Just shooting myself in the foot over and over. Not going towards the thing I want doesn't feel good. Staying with the thing I don't want doesn't feel good. It's all just phony baloney, and I feel sick. There's just like nausea attached to this. Again, they are so disappointed in themselves for having stayed in a fake situation with this fake happiness, putting up this facade, not living their soul purpose, not being their authentic self. That will make you sick. It will. They're sick of not living their truth, and sick of fighting it, and sick of feeling like this. Just give up. Just give up. Just say, this is not worth it. Look at this. Step out of yourself and look at how ridiculous this is. This needless fight, this needless resistance. Again, it is the child that wants to sleep and is resisting taking the nap. Just let it happen. Surrender. Let it go. It hurts, man. I almost want to cry. It just... Somebody needs a hug. I'll say that. But they need to give themselves a hug, too. Someone needs to love themselves. Divine masculine energy needs that self-love, to just follow their heart and know that it's good, that they are good, that life is for them. Life is for you. It's here, working for you, always to your benefit. What's in the hidden energy position? Yeah, they starve themselves of love. Again, it comes back to this core programming that is twisted within so much of humanity. The self-hatred, this belief that we are sinners, that we're sinful, we're shameful beings, right? And so there's like guilt around feeling happy, around feeling proud of yourself, around confidence and self-love. What is that line? In a society that benefits from your self-loathing, self-love is an act of rebellion. That is true. It's all made up. It's a control mechanism. The original sin is man forgetting his own divinity, man finding shame in his own natural being and body, shame in his own natural desires, in his existence. That is the original sin. Jesus himself said, "Do you not know that you are gods?" And he was quoting, furthermore, from ancient Jewish scripture. This was in response to, I don't know if it was the Pharisees, and I don't want to, it doesn't matter, but other rabbinical leaders who called him a blasphemer, a heretic, for his teaching of the divinity of the self, which is what he was teaching. I am the way, the truth, the life. He wasn't talking about Jesus. He was talking about I am. I am who am. The I am consciousness which inhabits each of us personally, experienced as the I. I am the way, the truth, the life. Your personal connection to source energy is the whole thing. It's all you need. And it's within you. You don't need to be taught that from somebody else. You experience it within. He knew that. He understood. And he was trying to get people to recognize, you forgot your divinity. That's the original sin. That was the fall of man, the fall of man's consciousness from itself into this lower place where it thinks that it's not the same. It thinks that it's separate from or less than, when the truth is we are one. We are divine. We are source consciousness, not just inhabiting a human body. We are the human body. This body is self. It is divine. Every cell of your body is infused with divine light, love, consciousness. That's how it works. Forgotten that we are gods. That's why the feminine aspect, that which knows this, which experiences, which has that self-knowledge of self-love at the deep level. That's why it's time for her to take the throne, to rise, to restore, to remind everybody, this is what you are. Good. Good. now, inherently worthy. The intrinsic properties of your being, which is all being, are well, good, right, stable, accepted, loved, appreciated. That's you. Now and always. You are spirit. You are source. You are self. There is no thing about you, no aspect of your being that is to be ashamed of or diminished. We are not diminished. Do not be diminished. You are ignited. You have worlds within you. It's time to remember that. It's time for everybody to remember that. And also, I can't stop looking at this. It's because it feels good. It feels good to remember who the fuck you are. To remember that you are divine. You are spirit. You are everything. You are all that is. You are the entire universe. That's how big and stable and magnificent you are. What is that line by Rumi that I'm going to just paraphrase of, is it difficult for you to know the fullness of your being, the full magnificence of your being, is something like that. Without a mirror the size of the universe, how could you possibly perceive the beauty of all that you are? That's what this is. It's all you. It's all source. It's all self. It is all I am. What's in the final outcome position? That intention. It could go, it's still. As far as the universe is concerned, this has already happened. They've already made the choice. There's already been a conscious choice as well. Again, it's like you got to the point of calling the doctor, whatever. They spent some time going, oh, I gotta get a physical, blah, blah, blah. I don't really want to. You put that off and put that off. And then you go, you know what, this is silly. I'm gonna just make the appointment. So you call and you make the appointment. Now you have an appointment. It's coming up. It's on the books. It's basically already a done deal. And yet there's still this resistance to it. Intention has been set for a long time, and the resistance to moving towards it is crumbling. It's weakening. It will not last. It won't. I cannot predict free will. No one can. And we always have it. We always have the free will to choose to suffer. That's what free will is. You can use your free will to surrender to the divine will on purpose, specifically, which feels amazing, by the way, is the source of satisfaction and pleasure. Deliberate allowance of the divine plan designed by you as your highest self for your greatest good, benefit, and ultimate joy. Or you can choose to fight against that and not feel good, which is what they've been doing for a long time, what humanity has been doing for a long time. It's pushing. Yeah, communication is aspected, but it's still. It just is. It's still. Let's clarify. Gone this far. What the hell? Mamma mia. I just want to. I want to give these people a hug. And then give them a slap on the ass, not on the face. And just say, get out there, man. Fucking, this is ridiculous. Go do it. Just go do it. This is so silly. All of this fear, holding them back. Everything that wants to come up again. And it's being illuminated clearly. They see the fear. They're feeling it. They're looking at it. There's this growing recognition that it's holding them back. But then they feel guilty for it. They feel bad about it instead of taking the other path of moving through it. Guilt is just more fear. Again, that's just, you don't feel afraid of feeling fear. You don't feel guilty about feeling fear. That's more fear. That's just letting it control you more. And I'm not saying that to shame anybody. Fear. Just recognize that. Recognize when you're feeling it and go, oh, it's still more of this. It's still, wow, ego. You're doing a number. You're putting in the work. You really are spinning this dramatic narrative as hard as you can. Of course it is. Of course it is. It's programmed to. Just notice it, catch it, and say, oh, I see what you did there. Trying to get me to feel bad about feeling afraid, or feel afraid about feeling afraid, or just this bottomless pit. And I don't care. I'm going to do it anyway. Do it anyway. Lean into the fear. It's the emperor underneath. Yeah, it's a scared emperor. Realizing he has no control. Fear is controlling him. That's disappointing. That is disappointing. That's upsetting. Yep, all the work he thought he'd been putting into really building something. This control he thought he had, and actually it was all controlling him this whole time. Been just building on sand. Yeah, given to the wrong things. Again, all of this just doing what you thought you should do, what other people told you to do, that this will, you marry for money, you marry for status, you have the career, the stable job, the nice house and car, whatever, and that's what you do. That's how you live a good life. And it's all just so painfully unsatisfying, and kept them small, kept them so afraid. It's become a prison. Again, just this, oh God, yeah, justice. It's time to divorce from that. There is divorce in this energy. It's just a word, a vocabulary word. Just like marriage is a vocabulary word, it doesn't have to be to a person. You can be married to a job, to a way of thinking, a way of being. That's what it is for a lot of this, really. It's time to let go of this old life that was ruled by fear, because it's time for things to come to balance. This is what their soul decided. This is what their soul agreed to do for themselves, for their own joy and benefit. It's already flowed. Judgment already has happened. The verdict is being delivered. It's go. You chose this. Go. It's underneath that. Yeah, you don't get out of Jesus Christ. Justice crossed by the high priest. You don't get out of this contract. You don't let yourself out of this contract. This is the main clause. When we incarnate in these lifetimes and we choose a lot of the lessons and things that we're going to participate in, it's all flexible. It's all a framework. We have a lot of things that we want to do, and sometimes we don't get them all done in one lifetime. Most of the time we don't. And, we don't learn this lesson. We had the opportunity to, but we didn't quite get there, so we carry it over into the next. This is the one. I decided. I made the choice in this lifetime, and I can see. I'm just going to show you. I made the choice in this lifetime to resolve this karma. In this lifetime. There's the devil. Right there. I choose in this lifetime to do this. My soul wants this. And we're not going to put it off anymore. It's going to happen in this lifetime. So all of the energy in the universe is pushing towards this, is lining up for this. It's the same for the divine feminine. We decided in this incarnation to wash out a whole bunch of karma, to experience a lot of things, a lot of specific and painful things. And that was on purpose. That was because we chose this lifetime to ascend, to do this, to walk this path, to be a way shower for ourselves and for the rest of broader collective and humanity, because humanity itself has chosen to ascend, because we passed the 51 percentile mark. Enough of us, enough of the self came to the same conscious conclusion of wanting more, wanting to be the authentic self, wanting to live life differently in the way that we dreamed of, the way that we imagined. We learned the lessons. We're ready to advance. We all agreed, right? The class voted. The class is voted. More than half the class is ready to move on to the next level, and that's what it takes. That's all it takes. It's just, we're ready for this. And so it happens. It happens one way or another. We follow the divine plan. The divine plan is always perfectly enacted. It is. There's just no way around that. Again, we have free will. We have the free will to work against ourselves, to suffer. But that doesn't stop the plan from happening. We don't buck the current of well-being that the universe is based upon. And we can't stop all of our blessings and lessons from coming to us. They still come. Some of them we save for the next lifetime, not these. These are, it's done. It's time. This is the judgment, the verdict passed by divine at the highest level. There's no getting out of this. My God. Okay. Why is the Page of Swords here? Tell me about the Page of Swords, please. Oh, the cards are very sticky. Yeah. Why is the Page of Swords here? It's just so fucking beyond time for this. Their souls are bigger than this, and they know it. They're in the soul, they're the emperor. In the soul, they are a divine counterpart. And in the 3D, they perceive themselves as this little page. And the soul is going, no, man, you are so much bigger and better and stronger than this. You have a purpose. Yeah. Ten of Swords just pops out. They just keep fighting themselves, but it's time for this to stop. There's a new beginning trying to take place. I don't even know what's at the bottom of this thing. It's exactly that. They keep fighting themselves. They are the emperor. The emperor drives the chariot. In the soul knows exactly what it wants to do, exactly what it's here to do. It wants balance. It wants to be a servant of divine justice, because that feels good and is a part of the divine plan and the greatest benefit of all, blah, 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 blah. It keeps trying to get this started, and then they throw on the brakes. But this is not, it can't last. It's exhausting. It's time for this thing to get a move on. The soul is winning. The soul will win, no matter what. That's just, yeah. They keep fighting themselves. The unbalanced emperor driving the chariot, the horses fight each other. That's what's happening here. The horses are fighting each other. It's time to just get in alignment with your own energy and go with it. Flow with it. Stop fighting yourself and let the current take you. Let your energy lead you. Let the soul lead. It is pushing and it is determined. It's not gonna stop. It just isn't. What's red with the Ten of Swords? Why is that here? Yeah, it does not matter. It doesn't matter how hard they try to fight this. They're not gonna win against the soul. It is awake and it is determined. It has already decided. It's already flowed. The communication, whatever, has already happened. And furthermore, it's about setting them on their highest path. They're here for a purpose. A high purpose. To be a servant of divine justice. To enact the divine plan. To help the entire planet balance energy and be restored to natural order. And their soul is bringing them to this path. It's just determined to. Yeah, they keep trying to fight it. They keep trying to kill it, and the soul brings it back. And it's not going to stop. That's why this is so exhausting, this energy, as I'm moving on to the Nine of Wands. It's exhausting. They cannot win this fight. Why is the Nine of Wands here? Why is the Nine of Wands here? I'm reminded of that Amanda Palmer song that I covered. It's funny how I thought that I could win this winless fight. Maybe it isn't all that funny when I've been fighting all my life. But maybe I have to think it's funny to think I could die before I actually see I'm exactly the person that I want to be. That's it. They keep fighting against their authentic self, against their soul's true purpose. Instead of letting it happen. Why is this Nine of Wands here? But the soul's gonna win. The soul's gonna win. It already has. Oh, Lord have mercy. Why is the Nine of Wands here? Knight of Pentacles. Yeah. The Knight of Pentacles gets there. He does. He just does. This wall is coming down. No match for this. The soul is determined. Again, you're not going to win against Mother Nature. It's like having a staring contest with a statue. Sure, man, go for it. Fucking knock yourself out. You're not going to win. That's just how it is. The soul is determined. The universe is determined. Everything is lined up for this to happen now, in this lifetime. Not another one. This one. What's read with the Knight of Pentacles? What did I just fucking say? The Wheel of Fortune. It's happening. It's already happened. You're not gonna win. This wheel does not stop. It is turned by divine. This is a 3,000-pound boulder rolling down a hill. Sure, get in front of it, man. If you think you can stop that thing, again, be my guest. I think I know what's gonna happen. The universe is quite adamant that, yeah, no, they're not gonna win. Because it's their own soul leading this. And it is awake. It's ready. It's here for this. It's on. And the universe is working with their soul to accomplish this. This is the only resistance that is left. It's a pile of toothpicks versus a boulder rolling down the hill. You tell me, who do you think will win? This resistance cannot stand up to this. It just can't. What's read with the Wheel of Fortune? Jesus fucking Christ. I can't make this up. I just said this was their soul. The balanced emperor driving the chariot, being pushed by the Wheel of Fortune with this steadfast, reliable energy. It's slow, it's methodical, it gets the job done. This is determination. The soul, the universe is determined. There might as well not even be any resistance. It's a ghost wall. It's just a projected image of a wall at this point. There is no boundary. It's getting through. It's happening. Again, it's already happened. Oh my god. It's just so silly. Okay, yeah. Why is the Ten of Cups here? Tell me about this Ten of Cups, please. They're dreaming about this. And the more that they dream about it, also, the more powerfully they manifest it happening. That too. That's how that works. Daydreaming is a form of manifestation. You're putting that out there with your soul, with your imagination, which is how the soul communicates, how intuition communicates, emotion, imagination, those things. They just keep manifesting it harder and harder. And then the universe is bringing it in, and then they kind of try to run from it. But as they're running from it, they're pulling it closer to them. That's how that works also. There is no law of assertion, only the law of attraction. And the more that you push against something, the more you magnetize it to yourself. They just keep pulling it in. Oh my god, why is the Ten of Cups here? I would not be surprised if people are having actual dreams, nighttime dreams about this as well. Yeah, Two of Pentacles. The choice has already been made. They can't stop thinking about this. It's on a loop. It is on absolute infinite repeat. You are living rent-free in their soul. Just constantly can't stop thinking about divine feminine, about this connection, about how happy it makes them, how much they want to go towards it, dreaming about what it would be like to go towards it, feeling how shitty they feel for not going towards it, how shitty everything else seems. It's just, what's right with the Two of Pentacles? Manifestation. What did I just say? They're manifesting this. And they keep delaying it for themselves. Again, it's like so ridiculous. Like, they made that appointment and then they keep getting right close to it, and the day before calling and saying, I need to reschedule. And they've rescheduled it like a dozen times now. And the universe is going, you know what? We're done rescheduling. It's time for this. We've made this. It's ready. It's prepared for you. You asked for this. What you ask for is given, divine deliberate creator. That's how this works. It's here, and you keep pushing it off. It's it's like, I know Steve has used this analogy, and so I'm just gonna use it also. That somebody ordered food, and every time the waiter or waitress comes to bring it to the table, they pick up a knife and start screaming at them. And the universe, who is the waitress, goes, whoa, okay, you ordered this. And they back off, and the person they put the knife back down, and then they start going, where's my food? Oh, it'd be so nice to have that food that I ordered. And then the universe waitress comes back and it's like, here it is. And then they grab the knife again and say, what the fuck are you doing? Get away from me, man. It's the choice has already been made. They already ordered the food. They want the food. Eventually they're gonna like fall asleep or something, because they can't keep up this resistance for so long. The soul is gonna get it in there. Again, it doesn't matter how long the kid wants to stay awake. I'm gonna just stay awake through the whole night because I want to keep playing. Eventually they're gonna fall asleep. It's gonna happen. What's red with the star? I can't make it up. I cannot make this up. The Two of Cups. Eventually this soulmate connection that they have been manifesting in, that is destined, that the universe has been trying to bring together in some capacity, it wins. And I'm not saying anybody ends up with somebody specific. It's just they have to go towards it. I think there is a good chance, a powerful chance, that divine feminine is already moved on. I have. That it's just, I'm done. And we have new manifestations coming now. We are manifesting at a new level. I think the whole purpose of all of this was to teach divine feminine to grow her energy, to step into her own highest path, right? To balance within herself, realize, what the fuck am I doing waiting on some runner? I don't need that shit. In fact, I don't need anybody. I don't need anything. I'm the Queen of Pentacles. I'm the Empress. I am fully satisfied and sustained within myself. I don't need anything. Do I want this person who was so adamant that they didn't want to come towards me, couldn't come towards me? I don't know that I do. I don't know that I do. I really don't feel that divine feminine cares at this point. I don't care. I mean, that's evidenced in my energy. But the universe is saying their soul's got a lesson to learn. The lesson is you open up, you be vulnerable. You do it no matter what. The soulmate connection wins. There's a contract here. The universe doesn't let you out of this contract, no matter how hard you try to resist it. Jiminy Chrysler. Okay. Queen of Pentacles. It's a little bit separate. Tell me about this Queen of Pentacles, please. God, I could take a nap now. This is... Whew. This is something else. Tell me about this Queen of Pentacles, please. That's it. That's it. Yeah, there's something else here. The devil was fueling that. 7 of Cups. Yeah, I don't think Divine Feminine cares. Okay, there's layers and levels to it. I'm just gonna say what feels good is good. Again, that's a big thing that has confused the masculine energy. They've demonized anything that has a lot of emotion attached to it. Anything that sparks feeling is dangerous, and anything that encourages feeling that you have to be vulnerable and open up towards, dangerous. That's their whole lesson, is to open up towards this. Divine Feminine has already moved past that. They have learned that lesson, and I think if someone comes in, it's kind of too little too late. I'm not going to say that is set in stone. It never is, or across the board. But yeah, look at that. Queen of Pentacles. We're already good. We're past this. No interest in going back to just lower vibrational stuff. What's on top? I'm curious. Yeah, King of Swords. This is all feminine energy. This is how she is reflecting. And the King of Swords doesn't take no shit. A lot of people come to the King of Swords because he tells the truth, right? Because he's a righteous king. He's a good king. The King of Swords, the King of Pentacles, Queen of Pentacles, certainly. They got something that people like. There's something here. They got that nourishment. They have some sort of healing that they can offer. But not everybody gets it. You can't... Everybody wants to bang the Empress, but not everybody gets to. You know, not every fawn gets a nipple, right? There's a discernment. There's a power here. You have the high ground, Divine Feminine, and you don't have to accept anybody in. In fact, that feels like a big part of their lesson, is that, you know what, you didn't open up to this. You ran. And I'm grateful. I'm grateful for everything that happened, the way that it happened. And a part of this happening for the highest good and greatest benefit is me not being interested anymore, quite frankly. I'm good in myself. I am stable in my own power. Why is the King of Swords here? Yeah, I'm flowing for myself. You weren't and aren't flowing at this level. If somebody comes in and they are totally ready, they are vulnerable, they're open, they are flowing, their defense is down, it's, you know what, I see everything that I've done, this, that, and whatever, then yeah, use your own discernment. Look, you have the choice. You have the high ground here. But most of these masculine energies have a different lesson to learn, and they're just not at the same level as the feminine. That's a part of this. We've moved into that higher ship lock, you know, and now there's people from the lock below trying to maybe knock at the door, but they got to raise the water level first. They can't come in otherwise. That's just how it works. It's not some punishment. It's just the way it works. You're flowing at a higher level than the masculine energy is. It just is. And on a higher course. Yeah, whoa, the deck just split itself. Yeah, it's up to you whether or not you actually try to build something with this person. Just use your discernment. Understand. There can certainly be a friendship, but to have a relationship with somebody who is of this energy, who is fighting against themselves, fighting against the destined path, is that really what you want? Is there really a solid foundation here? Are we really on the level? Are we building together? Really? Yeah. Feminine, you're good. This is why I continue to focus on the feminine and the broader general collective. Again, the divine masculine has a path. The universe is taking care of them. Their soul is taking care of them. This is all, there's nothing to worry about here. But also focus on yourself. Don't worry about it. You got new stuff coming in, stuff that is higher level, stuff that is seeing your value because you're seeing your value. And furthermore, that's the most important thing anyway, is you knowing you got it all. You give to yourself, you flow in yourself, you speak your truths, you flow your emotions, and you're good. You are balanced in your own energy. That feels good. You take care of you. You don't need anything or anybody. And you're attracting, you can trust you're attracting at that same level. That doesn't even really matter either. It's all within you. Your entire power to be pleased lies within. All right, moving on. Final outcome card is the Two of Wands. Tell me about this Two of Wands. Why is it here? Why is it here? The decision's already been made. The intention's been set. We know that. The resistance is failing. What's Two of Wands about? I think there's just higher level stuff coming in. There's a path. It's that twist in the story that blows everybody's mind, but everything comes to a resolve. There is a better course for everybody here. A big part of this has just really been getting the masculine energies out of these karmic connections. That's been the feminine's role. You are helping masculine energies who wanted to ascend in this lifetime and follow their soul path and purpose to start that, to leave behind a karmic connection, whatever it was with. Now they get to move on, and so do you, in different directions, to your own soul path and purpose. Yeah, there's more. Deeper connections, even. Oh my God, the sun at the bottom. Yeah. Yeah, they know this feels good. I'm gonna can't not include the runners. They feel it. I mean, this was in the pre-shuffle. It feels good. They know this would feel amazing, and they're being pushed towards it. Somebody from the past showing up, that kind of thing, because there's some sort of healing to be had from it. But I feel for the feminine, there's more. There is just more to this story, more than meets the eye. It's never been about the runners. Never. It's been about preparing your energy for the next level up. And them too. Them, again, escaping these old karmic connections, finishing, playing that cycle out, and moving on to the next cycle. Because we agreed. We agreed to help each other out in this way, in this lifetime. And we've done that. Yeah, we are old soul connections, deep soul connections, but there's more. They're not the only ones. And furthermore, they're not even the deepest ones. There is something else. Again, the universe has been plotting all of this very carefully. We both teach each other this and escalate each other in these ways so that now we're ready for the real deal. What's right with the Six of Cups? Eight of Pentacles. Yeah, it's all been working towards, moving towards this greater balance, towards bringing in the real higher path, the real deep soul connections, the contracts that the universe wants to play out because of the profound layers of balance and stability that they bring. It's all been escalating us to this higher timeline. Again, just it's like the reserve, the special, these are the contracts that were held on reserve. We had to get through this whole scenario first. This whole soap opera had to play out so that we could reach the end of it and move on. We had to have book 1 before we could get to book 2. But book 2 is where the real good stuff happens. Like that's where things really, that's the meat of it. The rest was just, the prelude, the preface, essentially. We're not even into the main story yet. All of this has just been leading up to the main event. It's been the opening act, right? The foreplay to the real good, the good, the liberation, that which is balanced, that which is working with us on our level, these divinely destined soul contracts that are, again, that mutual hell yes, mutual delivering of the self to divine justice, just balancing things in a much bigger way. The universe has bigger plans than this that we are participating in. We helped design, we helped decide upon. We're reaching that point. What's under the sun? Yeah, we're reaching that point, getting there. This certainly happening. It happens. All karmic debts are collected. All the karma plays out. It happens the way it is supposed to. No matter what. No matter what. It does. Trust your path, Divine Feminine. Trust that all of this has been to your greatest benefit, for a greater purpose. That if and when anybody shows up, you have played your part. You still get to decide. Again, use your own discernment. But you don't owe anybody anything. It's all been a part of this greater plan for things to culminate, to be lifted, to be ascended and brought to balance in a new way. It's all been a part of raising your vibration so that you could unlock this higher level, this higher timeline, where these higher soul contracts that, again, are just more balanced. I don't know how to emphasize that in another way. It's just a profound, it's such a deep level of alignment. As I had mentioned yesterday, it's as when two are manifesting the same thing in such a deep way. It's not just, well, we have these similar things that dovetail and these things that diverge. It's everything. It's two souls that have all of these aligned desires and intentions and energies, and the universe sees. And furthermore, they say, I surrender to divine justice. Let me be the cooperative component to divine justice, to my own highest good. That lets the universe pick the most perfectly aligned thing, the thing that is beyond your human in this lifetime comprehension of how actually aligned this is. Like, holy shit, I had no idea I could meet somebody or find this situation that was so fully me, for me, it just in every way. It all works. It's all of these things working together that I knew that I wanted, that I didn't know that I wanted, things that were better than what I thought I wanted. It's surrendering the desire to receive what you truly deserve, what your soul has designed and intended for you, what you have put into your vortex over countless lifetimes. It's the whole enchilada. Rather than just winning the jackpot on the slot machine, we got the car. We hit the $1 million, more than $1 million. We hit the house prize, this is what's been accumulating for the last 6 years, right? It's the running jackpot. We hit that. we thought we were going for, just a little bit of cash money, maybe $1,000. That'd be cool. No, we get the whole thing. We're going home with the trip to Disneyland and the all expense paid resort and the whatever. Okay. Enough of that. This has gone on long enough, says the universe. Final message, just 3 cards. 3 cards and a bottom card. I'm actually going to take it from the bottom this time. Yeah, we're going to pull from the bottom. 3 cards, final message. Just a little, whatever you want to say, Spirit. Pulling from the bottom of the deck. Whew. feel like I just ran a marathon or something. The Magician. What's under the Magician? I see the love. I'm just gonna. Deck has split itself on the Lovers. The choice already that has been made. The card of the connection in yesterday's reading. The Magician. Ace of Swords. High Priestess. Crossed by the Three of Cups. Yeah. It's time to open up about that. There is truth coming in. There is a long held truth that just shows up. Because it's time for the karma to get resolved. And what's underneath that? Yep, there's the Knight of Cups coming in to speak this truth. It's strongly aspected. I don't know how many times I gotta say that. The universe says this happens. One way or another, there's communication. I feel that just really isn't even that important at all. It's a part of them resolving karma. For the feminine, that's already done. It's a done deal. For the feminine, it's in a different layer of energy of this. You got everything that you need. You have all the tools. You understand your intuition. It's lit. It is on fire. Trusting, understanding that flowing in your emotions, trusting yourself, flowing with yourself, speaking your truths, flowing your cups, all of that good stuff is all that you need. You are balanced and flowing and blowing with your energy, with the universe. It doesn't matter whether somebody shows up or not. It does not matter. The universe says it happens, but it's really irrelevant. It doesn't matter if they do show up. You're good. Keep doing this. Keep giving the love to yourself. You're attracting more in at a higher level. Stuff that already is honest and truthful and on the level, ready to work in this way. Yeah, just keep doing you. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about anything. There's nothing to worry about. I don't care. Life is my lover. I don't need nobody else. I'm good. Trust me. She got the good. She got the good given. I can vouch for that. Yeah, flow for yourself. That's it. I'm gonna stop there. I do intend that this resonates. It resonates for me. I would love to know how you feel about it. Leave me a comment, like, subscribe if you feel so inclined. But just love yourself. That's it. That's really all I gotta say. That's all the universe has to say. You're so good. You are so absolutely good. I mean, Queen of Pentacles multiple times, King of Swords, High Priestess and Magician with the Ace of Swords. Just worry about you, boo-boo, and don't worry about it. Furthermore, just know you are the shit. You got it going on. That's all you need. That's the whole message. Oh yeah, and a runner might show up. Whatever. That is the whole message. Have a fabulous evening, my beautiful collective. And do know that always and in always, in every vector of time and space, I absolutely adore you.